The Belize Nature Conservation Foundation awarded $80,000 in grant funds to two registered terrestrial management organizations. The monies are to be used for the management of protected areas in Belize. Chairperson of the BNCF, Amanda Burgos Acosta, presented grants in a virtual ceremony on Thursday.
The focus of the grants is getting the work done, as I call it. So your general management of the protection. So we have education, we have equipment, training, research, enforcement. So there are various fields of which the work is happening in, and all of these grants cover one or two of these various areas.
The Friends for Conservation and Development received $39,000 to implement a water quality monitoring project in the jungles of the Chiquibul over the next year. According to the FCD, they want to find out the condition of the Chiquibul River, which makes up a significant part of the Greater Belize River watershed. Executive Director of the FCD, Rafael Manzanero, says that there is no data how illicit gold panning, illegal logging, and agricultural deforestation by Guatemalans affect the water in the forest. And they also don't know how a sanctioned activity like gold mining impacts the water quality.
Okay, this refers to the gold mining. You would know that there is a concession that is operating in the Chiquibul National Park for the extraction of gold. Mindful that gold concessions have been granted for the last 40 years or so in the Chiquibul, so this is nothing really new. But all of that, still has not really been, conducted along with a systematic, water quality, testing program. Having said that, then we don't really know what really the condition of the water is. I think we can deduct. I think we as co-managers are concerned because there's a whole diversity of issues, but we don't really have the science. We don't really have the data. So this project that is being funded by BNCF is really to institute a water quality monitoring system on the headwaters that would include then the streams and the rivers, particularly up in the upper limits of the Chiquibul forest.
The second NGO to be awarded $39,000 is the Yakshe Conservation Trust. Their project is called the Remotely Piloted Aerial Systems, which will use specialized survey technology and drone equipment to improve forest monitoring. The issue of deforestation in forest reserves and buffer zones has worsened over the years, and so this grant will help Yakshe to determine the extent of these clearings, and they will use the images and data to strengthen the management of three protected areas: Golden Stream Corridor Preserve, Belize Nature Reserve, and the Maya Mountain North Forest Reserve.
On our ranger teams, for them to be able to collect the data in the field. Currently, Yakshe does not have any of that capacity. We have hired a GIS specialist, and he will be the one to conduct the trainings for us. But our staff on the ground, they've never actually flown a drone. So this project will assist us in acquiring a drone and then also training them in using that and coupling the drones along with high precision survey instruments for a variety of things, including the forest management work. Once you go in, you collect your data, you analyze the data. You don't want to just keep it to yourself. We would like to create a report at the end of this project that will, we're hoping that will become kind of something that other organizations could, follow the same approach to see, how useful this technology could be in complementing the readily available satellite imagery that we know has several limitations when it comes to accuracy and its resolution.
The Belize Nature Conservation Foundation was established to provide financial support in research, capacity building, and management of terrestrial protected areas through the Debt for Nature swap between the government of Belize and the government of the United States. The Protected Areas Conservation Trust is the administrator of the BNCF's grant service. Up to December of this year, 46 grants have been awarded to 12 NGOs and community-based organizations to strengthen the management of 15 registered terrestrial protected areas. Reporting for News 5, I'm Andrea Polanco.